Hey, friend. It's Mark here. I had plenty of time to think as I was waiting for an appointment today, and I was just thinking about how often we want to change our lives, how often we want to improve where we are, or make changes that will lead us into what we hope will be a happier place. And I know you're not going to want to hear this. I absolutely know it. But in my personal experience, and everything that I talk about with you, it comes from my own experience. In my personal experience, you really cannot move towards your goals. You really cannot move towards where you want your life to be until you accept where your life is. I know, that's a bold and challenging statement, isn't it? You have to at least, even if you don't like the term accept, you have to at least acknowledge the fact that this is where my life is right now. Good, bad, or ugly, this is where I'm at. Before you can make the changes you need to get to where you want to be. Think of it this way. Let me put it into this kind of a terminology or this kind of an analogy. You are living in fear and you don't like it there very much. You're living in fear and your neighbor's paranoia and stress, they're keeping you up all night. And you keep hearing about what a great neighborhood love is, or what a great neighborhood prosperity is. They happen to be coincidentally right next to each other, so it works out well. But you don't know how to get there. And you need to figure out, wait, where are these wonderful places? Well, before you can figure out where love is, you have to figure out what fear is, or why you find yourself living in that place. Why are you living in fear? And once you can kind of acknowledge, okay, yeah, I'm living in fear, and it's something I grew up with. It's something I've always known. I'm just comfortable here. For, whatever your happens to be for your reasons, if you can understand the why of where you are, it will help you to understand also where you are and how to move out of that. And that is something that is where your power is. Once you say, you know what? Yeah, I'm living in fear. And my fear of failure or my fear of success, which is a problem that, believe it or not, is more common than you would think. My fear of whatever is keeping me here. So, okay, how do I move out of that and into love? How do I move out of that and into prosperity? That's where once you start saying, okay, I'm going to abandon my fears. I'm going to move out of my comfort zone. I'm going to do things differently than everything I've done in the past. Then you can say, okay, you know what? I am on my way. I'm going to start actively making choices that are different from what I made before. And you'll find that very quickly, they will lead you on the proper path you need to be on. It's kind of like saying, okay, you know what? Yes, I already know where I live. I live in fear. I want to live in prosperity. It sounds a lot better. It sounds like the view is so much better. It sounds like the housing is a lot nicer. Okay, I'm living in fear, and I know that if I keep making the same decisions I've made, I'm going to just keep making the same wrong turns and end up right back where I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making different turns. I'm going to make different choices in my life, and I'm going to go left instead of right, or I'm going to go straight instead of turning around. I'm going to force myself to make different choices that have the intention of putting me where I want to be. And so if you can sit there and look at your life and objectively say, okay, I don't like where I'm at, or I'm comfortable, but I'm not really happy where I'm at, and I want to move forward in my life, this is the way how. This is the way to program your GPS of your life and say, yep, time to make some positive changes. So give it a shot. Till tomorrow or until the next time we speak, wishing you a day filled with promise, opportunity, joy, and peace. Thanks, friend.